Hey, hey, Pisces, Mel, intuitive coach here. Excited to bring in your September 2025 love and family reading. All right, Pisces, let's open up your energy field and take a look at what September has in store for you. Bottom of the deck, Cupid's arrow. I love this. It says, have faith. Love is coming in. This could be a surprise invitation. Some of you may even be struck by love. Now, because I have the poker card here and partying, is someone going to Vegas? I am getting Vegas energy here. There could even be a spontaneous trip, but you have here the poker face. Isn't there a Lady Gaga song that's called Poker Face? I mean, that could be a song that shows up for you over the coming weeks. And that could be a sign that you are opening yourself up in some way, spending time with friends. It feels like you're having fun. This is about you living in the moment. And for some of you, you could be single. You could be happily single. And for others of you, I feel like there is an attraction here. You may be in a relationship or entering into a dynamic if you're not already, but it feels very good, very playful, very lighthearted, where two singles or two energies may come together. I see that here for you. Bottom of the deck, we have the moon. Now, after a period of a bit of uncertainty, Spirit has been working behind the scenes. And because you are highly intuitive, this is your major arcana, Pisces, I feel like you may have even kept something to yourself, or some of you have been working heavily on your manifestation, bringing someone into your energy field. And I feel like this month, the month of September, and even the build up before the month of September, it feels like you are really tuning into the energy of happiness and joy. This is self-indulgence showing up. You're taking care of you. This is self-worth. I'm also getting someone taking care of their body. This could even be going to the gym. It could be getting a good massage. Someone could be getting a pedicure, getting a manicure. Someone may be getting a fresh beard trim or a shave. I just feel like someone is physically taking care of themselves here, but there's also a lot of spiritual and inner work that you have been doing, Pisces. And I see that you've taken a bit of time to heal in the past. You may have gone through an experience or a situation that may have needed a bit of mending, but I feel like you're appreciating what you've gone through. You're appreciating yourself that much more. And there may even be someone that you were connected to, or even someone that you're currently in their energetic frequency or they're in yours. It feels like they are starting to appreciate you and what you offer more, because there is a shadow. There's something that has become illuminated. We have the moon here, which can be shadows. It can be things that are hidden from us. But from the looks of it here in your reading, there is illumination after a shadow period. And someone may have taken a bit of time to really reflect and heal and get in touch with their own intuition here. Now, because partying is showing up, this is about you living it up, living your best life, regardless of relationship status. I feel like you are wanting to put yourself out there, have fun. You may be doing things that could be solo with the self-indulgence. You may be going out hiking, maybe doing some solo traveling here, or spending time with others who enjoy the same hobbies as you. They may enjoy maybe traveling, going to the beach. I see people playing volleyball here. Someone could even be in some form of competitive sport. Maybe that is volleyball, or it could be a softball league. Maybe there is horseshoes. I'm seeing here outdoor sporting events that someone could participate in, or you may be viewing or even watching from a distance when you are outside. This is about you living in the moment. So I love that you are living a life that feels more carefree. It feels more simplified. And that's what the energy is bringing in. Even though September is heavily, influenced by Virgo, which Virgo is very grounded, very stable, very earthy. It feels like you're using that to your advantage. There's a sense of inner tranquility, inner stability that you are creating within. And you may be more lively, you may be more energetic and even more productive than you have felt. But I feel like you are balancing up your work and play life. Now, you have the poker face here. Now, poker face is about taking a risk, taking a chance. And you see on the card, there are what is known as pocket rockets, double aces here. And aces in tarot represent new beginnings. They are gifts, but just like any gift, it is up to us to open it, to unwrap it and accept the gifts that are being offered, because sometimes we can reject, right? We may not want a certain invitation or an opportunity. And I feel like you're trusting your intuition to know when you are being offered something that may not align with your energy, or it does. But I feel like you are willing to take a risk, take a gamble here when it comes to that beautiful heart of yours. Some of you are, or you have in the past, not showed your hand, right? It's like you were waiting for something good to pop up. You were playing the game, right? You were playing the game, just like in poker. For those of you that may or may not be familiar with the game, but in the traditional Texas Hold'em, you are drawn to cards, and some of you, sometimes we get a hand that isn't awesome, but we play it out to kind of see what's going to show up on the board. And if we may see potential there, and if not, we're going to fold our cards. And I feel like that's what you've been doing. It reminds me of the saying, know when to fold them, know when to hold them. And I see here that you are deciding to show your hand because you got something really good here. You got something really good. Pocket rockets, if you're laying down aces and you get two aces on the board, right? It feels like you have something beautiful that is a big victory coming in. So I'm excited to explore this with you. So what is the heartbeat? What is the heart of the matter? The Eight of Pentacles. Now, if you look at the number 8 in itself, it is the infinity symbol sideways. And so this is you tapping into infinite abundance because you're not afraid of a little work. You're not afraid of putting yourself out there, taking the necessary action steps that you need to take to attract love, to create the life that you love for yourself. This is about you stepping into your own power, your own confidence. This is a solar plexus realignment. Some of you may have even had some issues with your gut, your, second brain. I am getting here the core, which can be our powerhouse, our confidence center. It can be the yellow ball of fire that sometimes feels depleted. It can feel like that fire goes out within us, but something here you are working on is showing up in a very favorable way. You could be working on a relationship, putting the energy and effort into it, or perhaps you are living your best life by tuning in to the things that do bring you joy and bring you pleasure. And if you are single and you're looking for love, I see that you could meet someone here that enjoys a similar hobby. You could meet them through work or a work engagement. This could also be, a craft, something that you really enjoy. This is a labor of love. And it feels like you're very active at this time. As I mentioned, you could be feeling more productive, but there's something that's really beautiful. You are creating, you're manifesting because you are someone who believes in love. All right, you believe in love. Now, the crossing energy here is the Ace of Cups. So there's ace number 1. Let me just look and see if we have another ace here. We have something better, but we have an ace being offered here. And in the past, you had to fold them, right? You had to fold this ace because maybe it didn't pan out the way that you had hoped. Even though this is a high, or this is a great energy, a great gift, for whatever reason, you may have had to reject it. And I also see here that you may have felt like there weren't a lot of good offers to play that hand, and you may have had to fold them quite often. And the Ace of Cups showing up here is saying, well, I'm going to focus on my own game here. I'm going to love myself. I'm going to create emotional balance, emotional fulfillment within connections with my friends and maybe my family. And I am going to treat myself like the king or the queen that I am. And so the challenge has been, finding someone to mirror that energy, or feeling like there's that compatibility. Now, this is a new beginning. And because you are someone who is initiating here this fresh vibe, like you want to keep things fresh, Pisces. You're not someone who wants there to be a pattern that feels dull, or a pattern that feels numb. You are an emotional sign. You are the water sign, the cups here. So you want there to be depth. You want there to be a sense of realness. You want there to be an emotional undercurrent here of love always. And that is something that you may have struggled with from time to time. Now, what's in your subconscious? You have the Eight of Cups. So in the past, subconscious energy, this can be your belief system, it can be your upbringing, it can be family dynamics or conditioning or experiences that you have endured that have impacted you to this day. Some of you may have felt disconnected, or you may have wanted to leave something or someone behind in order to reach more of that emotional fulfillment. And the Eight of Cups in reverse says that you may have doubted that path, or you may have felt disconnected from individuals, but maybe you've stayed in relationships past their expiration date, or perhaps you have settled into certain friendships or certain routines that were a bit listless, right? There wasn't a lot of that undercurrent of love or connection or hobbies or something here. It felt missing. The Eight of Cups, Pisces, is my Eat, Pray, Love card. For those of you that may be familiar with the book or the movie with Julia Roberts, it looks like she has everything on the outside looking in, right? She has the great job, the home, the vehicle. She's able to travel. She has the funds, the finances. It looks great. People covet and envy her life, but inside, internally, she is not satisfied. There's a piece missing. She may not know what that piece is, but she is determined to figure it out. So she ends up, creating a tower moment in her life, and she moves to Bali, or, travels to Bali and finds herself. Now, not everybody can just pick up and go to Bali and find themselves, but what we can do is we can start taking care of ourselves one baby step at a time. And I feel like that is what you are being asked to do at this time, is to take the necessary steps that you need to move on, to walk away, because you have something beautiful up ahead. But when we are constantly focusing on the past, we tend to miss out on the gifts, or we don't see what's right in front of us. We don't see that there could be something deeper, more meaningful, that is showing up if we are staying present. Because remember, staying present is the gift. And you can see that this gentleman, this wizard, is leaving behind this big empty room. He's packed everything up and he's gone. Some of you may have gone through a move, or in your past, you may have witnessed a parent leaving the home, maybe a divorce. You may have moved around a lot as a child. There may have been a level of instability, or there may have even been, some of you could have lived in the same place your whole life. So there's definitely influences here that have impacted you. Now, another message I'm getting, this is random, please take it as it resonates for you. Someone could be a hoarder. This could be a family member of yours, Pisces. Someone could hang on to everything. Now, typically, this can be emotionally, like we remember everything about what someone said, what they did, but how they made you feel, right? Because emotions are feelings. And for others of you, this could be someone in your family dynamic or you yourself that holds on to the past in some way, memorabilia or things that have created some sort of connection or attachment, and you may be walking away from old versions of yourself or an old story that is played out. Now, it's interesting to note in the window there, you can see the moon is shining in. So you have walked this path from time to time of uncertainty, needing to trust and listen to your own intuitive guidance, especially when it comes to relationships and partnerships in your life, whether this be with your family, your parents, your in-laws, your children, your spouse, whomever. I feel like you've had to leave behind an old life that you had once lived to grow, right? If you wanted something deeper, you may have had to cut ties with something or someone so you could move forward. Now, some of you may have been driving forward, but you kept looking in the rear view mirror. And there's a saying, of don't look back. You're not going that way. The only time we should be looking in the rear view mirror is to see if anything is coming up, up close to us. But for the most part, we should be paying attention to the windshield. That's why the windshield is big, because we are meant to look forward. And so that could be a reminder for you. Don't go back. You're not going that way. All right, what's in the recent past here? King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is someone who is trustworthy, reliable, stable. Now, if this could be someone in your life, of course, maybe a father, a brother, or divine masculine, but it could also be you. It could be the archetype of you taking action towards creating more stability and more freedom in your life. Even though the King of Pentacles can be a bit traditional, the word freedom is coming through. So there is something about mixing up a routine, okay? This is possibly where that partying card comes in. It's about living in the moment here. Now, we all have responsibilities. We all have to do the adulting piece that comes with life. But it shouldn't be so overwhelming, overbearing that we miss out on the purpose of life, right? That we what's the saying? Don't sweat the small stuff. There's a bunch of small stuffs that have accumulated and added up over time. And some of you have been working immensely on releasing that and saying, wait a second, I got this one life to live here in this body, right? Even though I believe we have many lives, but this life, you want to live the best one that you possibly can. And I feel like you are creating stability within you, because that means no matter what happens externally, you are nomadic in a way where you're able to venture, you're able to travel, you're able to seek out new lands and new experiences, connect with other people, and to create this sense of peace where you can come back home to either individual or come back home to self and feel good. Feel good. I really like this. Pisces, you're the last love reading here, love and family reading, and I feel like yours, from what I see here, is one of the most empowering. It feels like there's a lot of really juicy connections coming through here, because consciously there's a relationship that you are either in or are calling in. The Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is here. This is an important partnership. Now, this is a soulmate. This is someone who is the peanut butter to your jelly, right? It's yin yang energy. And I feel like the Two of Cups here is a high level of attraction. And this is what you may be wanting. You're aware of this. You're aware that you want this in your life. So if this is not currently in your life, maybe there's unrequited love. Perhaps there's codependent dynamics, or maybe there's been an emotional blockage. Even though the Two of Cups is in the upright position, because we have the moon here, there may be some fears, and those fears could be based in the Two of Cups in reverse. I see here that you are attracting this. You're not worrying about when this is going to show up, okay? Or at least that's what you're being guided to not worry about, because there's divine timing and something magical happening behind the scenes with that moon, and it is about to be illuminated if it hasn't already. And I do see here this partnership, whomever this may be with. It doesn't have to be a lover, although the Two of Cups often points to romantic love. It is a partnership who is here to challenge you to be a better version of yourself. The both of you are able to challenge each other, not through unhealthy patterns, not through toxicity. That is something that is saved for a karmic, okay? You are attracting someone here, or this is what you want to be in, where it feels like it's more a partnered, right? Where there's a partnership, there's a teamwork, and there is no I in team. And I see here that you may have been dealing with someone who wasn't taking a risk in the past, or maybe they weren't expressing how they felt. Maybe the both of you weren't necessarily on the same page, but because the Ace of Cups is here, because the Eight of Pentacles is here, someone is willing to work on whatever that block may be with that Ace of Cups, work on themselves, because the Ace can be the card of self. You have here in the near future, Pisces, the Nine of Pentacles. This is that creation energy of independence, but it is about you feeling good with all of the things that are happening in your life, and even the things that are a struggle, even those things that may be feeling challenging. You're seeing the silver lining in them. You're not letting them drag you down so far into the mud where you get stuck there. And maybe that has been a hard lesson that you've had to learn, because the Nine of Pentacles, yes, sometimes she can be that singular energy, but I see here that you are attracting, consciously you're attracting a partner, but right now you're saying, I'm going to live my best life whether I'm in a partnership or not. I am going to live for, the things that bring me happiness. My hard work is paying off here, and I want to enjoy the hard work that I've done. I want to embrace love to the fullest. I want to invite in new friendships, new besties. I want to travel and explore life, whatever it is that floats your boat, right? Whatever it is that brings you happiness, brings a smile to your face, that's what you are focusing on here in the near future. All right, what's going on in that beautiful heart of yours? You have the Chariot. It is in reverse. So this tells me that there may be a bit of emotional energy that has stopped you in your tracks from time to time, right? We all have those feelings. But as I always say, Pisces, feelings are like waves. Waves in the ocean that crash to the shore and then they dissipate. Waves are not meant to stay in one spot, in one position in the ocean. In fact, it's impossible. And what can happen is sometimes we get caught in the undertow of that wave and we feel like we're drowning sometimes. And some of you may have got caught in a heavy emotion and you may have felt like you were drowning for a period of time, but what I see here is you doing the work that you need to start swimming, right? To start swimming again and say, all right, I know that I have felt heavy emotions when it came to this situation, or it came to an area that I may have felt dissatisfied in, or I didn't feel this love offer. But you know what? I'm going to swim, not for anybody else, but for myself. And once you start doing that, I feel like everything changes because you hit that air. You are able to take in a gulp of life. You're able to feel like you have a second chance here. And the Chariot is your emotional drive. This is victory. It is forward momentum after a period of feeling like you've gone under in matters of the heart. And so I do see here that you're getting back on track here. You're getting back to a space where emotionally your feelings are bringing in more joy. You are starting to say, this is how I want to feel, and I'm going to take action to do the things that help me feel the way I want to feel. And that's what the Chariot is saying. All right. Let's take a look at the environmental factors or influences. This could be societal, it may be family, it could be friends, it could even be other people that have an influence in some way. You do have the Two of Pentacles here. Some of you may have two people in your life. I mean, of course, we can have more than two, but you may have two that are impacting you, and you may be going back and forth with someone's advice. This could be weighing up pros and cons, or perhaps, there is someone in your circle who is juggling up a lot at this time. And I feel like you are trying to keep the balance in your own world. It feels like someone's going back and forth here with should I or shouldn't I, or I'm also getting like option and choice type of energy. Like, is this an open option for me? Should I choose that? You may have more than one suitor or more than one energy that's coming towards you. And if this is a family member, I also see that you could be dealing with a family member who may be struggling financially. They may be going through some distress when it comes to money. This could be you as well, but I actually feel really good about your energy. So you are surrounding yourself with people who inspire you. They feel more balanced because you've gone through scenarios in the past with people who have dragged you down in some way, and perhaps that has been part of the drowning, right? The undertow of that current. And I feel like now your circle may be smaller, but it feels more balanced. It feels like the people that you are choosing to invite into your life, they are creating a life that, again, not only feels balanced here, but feels like they are also playful, like they're able to play. Someone may enjoy water. This woman is sitting on a lily pad here. There could even be someone who has a boat. There could be someone that lives near on the water in some way. It feels like the people that you are inviting into your world, they have to jive with your own energy here. And if it throws your energy off, I just feel like you're not spending a lot of time with them or listening to their advice. That's what I see here as far as externally. Okay, what are your hopes, your fears? You have the Six of Cups here. Okay, it's in reverse. The Six of Cups is about releasing unhealthy past attachments when it's in reverse. Some of you may have even been romanticizing a situation here, or perhaps there was some childhood wounding, some shadow work that you have been working through. And the hope here is that someone can level up, that someone can take accountability for some of the wounds that they have endured or gone through at a very early age or very early on in their lives, or maybe at the beginning of a relationship here. Some of you, this is involving children. Perhaps you have some fears about parenting or about someone's health here. The Six of Cups as a hope can be a second chance. Some of you may want a second chance to invite love back into your heart. Maybe it is with someone that you're currently involved with or someone of the past, because this can be a past card or a past energy. But I feel like it has more to do with you being able to start fresh instead of letting the past conditions limit you or hold you back in some way. And so your outcome, Pisces, for the month of September is the sun. So not only do you have the sun, you have the moon at the bottom of the deck. So the things that have been hidden from you are being illuminated. Spirit has been working behind the scenes to help you in a specific relationship or to attract a relationship, one that feels lighter, more playful, more joyful, more loving. It feels like you are connecting with someone in a deeper way, whether this is a lover or it could be a child, because we have some playful, childlike energy coming through here. And this is the energy of vitality. The sun is a happy emotion. It is about you feeling joy, feeling abundant, feeling pleasure, and feeling that love come full beautiful circle. And it almost looks like she's creating a circle here with that wand that she has. And so I feel like there's also this level of innocence. She's riding the white horse in her beautiful white gown there. And white can be the color of a clean slate, a fresh start. So for some of you, you haven't felt this for a little while, but I feel like leaning into what makes you happy, more success, more warmth, more confidence, more vitality is showing up here for you. This is that fiery energy also that I was picking up on earlier, where someone is stoking the flame. It feels like there's this fiery, passionate beginning that is stirring up within you. Some of you may even be calling in or connected to a fire sign, Aries, Leo. I'm also getting here, and Sag is a fire sign too, but I'm also getting the name here, Alec. Okay, Alec. That's a name I haven't heard of often. Alec, A-L, it could be E-C, it could be even I-C. Maybe it's someone's last name, or you may even hear of someone like Eric. It feels like I-C or I-K could be in someone's name. Please take that as it resonates. All right, let's get a message from your soul's truth, your higher self. What does your higher self want you to know, Pisces, in matters of love? What do we need to know for partnerships for Pisces? Are you focused on what you are losing or what you are gaining? Are you going through some change? Are you scared to let go because of what you might lose? What if you shifted your focus from what you might lose to what you might gain? That's that 8 of Cups, right? We're focusing here on not the rear view mirror. We're not going to continue looking back. That's that 6 of Cups as well. Endings are actually new beginnings. Today's soul action. Today, make a list of all the things that you will gain from the change that you are going through. Feel your heart. Take a breath and deepen into trust. Amazing things are coming. There they are. It says that amazing things are coming. And the sun is your outcome. So I do see here 2 months. It feels like there's a 2-month vibe here. Now, I put these out a little bit early, these readings, to help prepare you, but also for you to come back and revisit. So you could see this taking place for you even between now and mid-October, okay, the 2-month time frame. So I feel like there's some big shifts happening when it comes to matters of the heart, relationships, connecting, and feeling more united with those that you want to strengthen bonds with, and letting go of the control or the attachments of people who you've outgrown or no longer serve that soul purpose here on planet Earth. So let's take a look and get a message from your crystal spirits at this time. If you can safely do so, Pisces, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from your solar plexus chakra, your belly area. Nice big inhale through the nose. Hold it for the count of 3, 2, 1, and release through the mouth with a nice deep sigh. And with your eyes still closed, tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first crystal or gemstone that shows up in your mind's eye. Now, this could be a crystal that you are familiar with, maybe even know the name of. Perhaps your crystal is showing up as a specific shape, size, or color. Your stone could be giving off frequencies of unconditional love, compassion, strength, or protection. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway. All you need to do is drop your crystal, whether you were seeing one specific, you know the name of, this could be the shape, the size, the color, or again, the frequency that it was giving off. Drop it in the comment section below. I personally will enter you into the free reading giveaway where I draw one winner around the first of the month and post right back here on the community tab. All right, Pisces, you have here one of my personal favorites, carnelian. Now, this is what carnelian looks like here. This is a big chunk of it. Now, carnelian is connected to the sacral chakra. It's that fiery element as well. But it's about increased confidence, dignity, poise, and assurance. There is strength in allowing yourself to be vulnerable. After all, intimacy and trust can only be built if you let yourself be seen as you really are. Be confident in all that you have to offer a partner and know that the universe wants all of your relationships to nourish you. Carnelian spirit is here to remind you of how wonderful you are. Rest assured that as you experience your dignity and hold your head high, others will recognize that you are a pillar of strength and a beautiful, unique spirit. You deserve the relationship that you want for yourself. Be assured that the universe is working to see that you have it. Yes, that is the energy of confidence here, your powerhouse. Carnelian is a stone of confidence, courage, action. It's fantastic for those who are prone to procrastination or have difficulty gathering the courage to take the first step. Carnelian lights a fire in your belly and other less comfortable places, but it pulls you up by the bootstraps and says, let's go for it. So for those of you that may lack confidence here with that moon energy at the bottom, strength right below that, you can work with carnelian. For those of you that want to take a leap of faith when it comes to partnerships here, so you can combine energy, work with this Ace of Cups and the carnelian energy. I love this for you. Pisces, if you enjoyed the reading, please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to share, subscribe, and hit that button. And if you are interested in a personal reading or signing up for the monthly newsletter, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video.